Some guys said in the comments that I was sitting too close to the camera, so I hope this is a lot better. Just kidding guys, this is going to be my last video in this car. So for those of you guys that have been following me all this time, thank you very much. And for those of you guys that are new here, I just recently moved to a newer, larger city. So I dropped both my Teslas behind because they are completely worthless here. Moving from a colder climate city where you see snow most of the year, you're going to have to deal with a lot of stigma. And the stigma is that the vehicle is going to deal with a lot of snow, a lot of rust, hail, and all the other extreme elements out there. So places like where I am here, where it never snows, is going to devalue vehicles in those places a lot more. So it just makes perfect sense for me to drop them as soon as I left. But yeah, enough of my story. If you guys want to check out more of my life and everything, I do have a second channel for that. I haven't been updating too much because I've been focusing on the move, but I will update you guys on there at Hey John E2, I believe, or I'll just drop it in the description below. You guys can find it and subscribe to that channel if you guys are interested outside of these typical updates. As I get back into the studio again, I am going to put a lot more effort on that channel as well, so stay tuned for that. All right, so let's talk about this new Model Y that is coming out of China. So let's be real here. I am super jealous of you guys living in Europe and in China. Over in North America, we're so shortchanged with a lot of new vehicles like the Highland Model 3s, and now even the Model Ys that are being refreshed are not making its way here. It's kind of mind-blowing that a company that is built in the US is not launching the vehicle in the US first, rather it's somewhere else. So yeah, after the Model 3 Highland announcement, Tesla came to the conclusion that the Model Y sales were going to plummet just because people were holding back for the Juniper refresh. So what they did is they went ahead and did a minor refresh to the Model Y as well. What we got with this update was new interior trims, new wheels, and a bunch of comfort features that a lot of us have been paying attention to. Go check out my Model Y playlist, which I'll drop in the description below, as well as my recent video. I'll drop a link up top there, but that goes over all the changes that happened to this new Model Y refresh. However, even with the announcement, there were a couple things that all of us were not completely clear about until somebody actually had the vehicle in their hands, and this is where things got interesting. Just recently, a Tesla advisor showed off a whole showroom model of the new Model Y, and this was completely live streamed in China, and anybody that had any question just asked away, and this is where he showed every part of this new refresh and everything we should be expecting. At first, we were just all expecting what we were expecting pretty much, but when things were shown, this is where it sparked up a lot of interest. People first asked about the ambient lighting system because this is the highlight of the Model 3 Highlands, and this is pretty much the highlight of everything premium coming to this segment. So yeah, what it seems like here is that Tesla has cheaped out a little bit. There is only going to be the LED strips right underneath the trim piece of the front dash. There is no LED strips on the front doors that should be wrapped around just like the Highland vehicles. And of course, there is no LED strips on the rear doors as well. This is somewhat deceiving because if you jump over to the Tesla website and take a look at some of their images, you'll see that the door trims do have a strip of LED. But honestly, after seeing it on the live stream now, you can understand that this could have mistakenly be just a reflection of the light around it. Speaking of trim, this has been updated from the wood trims wrapping around the front doors and the front dash of the vehicle now to this fabric piece that we've seen on the Highlands as well. Some may like it, some may not, but up close, a lot of people have started asking whether this is going to be easily cleanable, if this fabric piece can simply be wiped off if anything went on it. So yeah, these are all things you can ask customers once they get their hands on it. We get a more in-depth look of it. At the moment, all we can see is it's a piece that shouldn't be touched very often. All right, and to fuel further debates, this is going to be confirmed at this very point that this is not going to have hardware 4 at all. Why Tesla has decided to do this, we're not sure, because this is a newer model, this is newer technology that Tesla obviously would want to train on. Hardware 4 is the future iteration of hardware 3, being 4 to 5 years old by now. Now here's another kicker. This isn't going to be the hardware 3 with the updated camera lens that you've seen for the past couple months. This is actually the oldest version of the hardware 3 sensor you can possibly get. If you guys aren't aware of this, just go onto my channel or just search on YouTube new hardware 3.5. That's where you guys will see that Tesla has recently updated the camera lens, making it larger and making it cleaner, and a lot of other benefits as well. But yeah, the new Model Y Highland isn't going to even get the new updated version of hardware 3.5, so that's quite disappointing. It could be that their inventory of hardware 3 is extremely high right now, just like in Giga Berlin. So they try to make use of it as much as possible before switching it over to hardware 4, which is what the new Highlands have right now. So yeah, what do you guys think? This is the new Model Y refresh-ish. And if you guys are interested right now, it's actually a pretty good time to buy with all the discounts and incentives. But with all the missing features, it might sway people away and push them to wait for the Juniper version of the Model Y in 2024. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I asked my wife the exact same question and she really doesn't care about full self-driving, hardware 3, hardware 10. She just cares about a comfortable vehicle, good suspension, and good interior, and that's all that matters. So there you guys have it. I will continue to follow up and update you guys as much as possible on Highland and Juniper. If you guys are interested in all that, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, and hit me up on Twitter at HeyJohnE. That's where you guys can DM me, you guys can chat with me, tweet, whatever it may be, and I'll respond much quicker than I would on YouTube. This is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is John once again. Peace out.